Welcome to the show where we look at how business shapes our world. I'm Stephen Carroll. Coming up, the world's biggest startup hub opens in Paris. We'll be speaking to one of the firms moving into Station F. One of the startups that's moving into Station F is Riminder. They're a recruitment tool that analyses candidate CVs and applications to find the best person for a job using artificial intelligence. Moody and Save, you're the co-founder and CEO of Riminder. Thank you very much for coming in to speak to us.
Thank you for having me.
We just heard there about people pitching their business ideas in a plane. Have you any funny pitch stories that you've had to do in a strange location?
Actually, the funniest pitch location I did, it was in a truck. Actually, it was a fun truck. So, and I was pitching on the street, and so it was very, very funny.
It must be quite nerve-wracking, I think, to have an experience.
Yes,
like that.
Especially when some people that don't know that there is pitch stop by you and start to
wondering if you're selling something instead. Let's move on to talk about Station F. It's going to be a big development, of course, in the startup world in Paris. Do you think it will change the scene here for startups?
I think that it will definitely change the scene. I think that right now it's the best time, I think, in the history of France where you can start a startup, especially with the new government that is supporting the startup, and with big initiatives like Station F, where you have, they are building an ecosystem of startups in the heart of Paris.
You talked about the new government there. When you look at the policies they're promising, what are you excited about? The
laws in France used to punish people for failing. So right now they are giving people the opportunity to fail. And from a foreigner point of view, like me, I think it will be easier for people to set up their companies here. In my case, I had to stay about 2 years discussing with the government to get my entrepreneurship visa. It was very, very hard. And actually, I get mine 4 days before the end of my visa, thanks to business friends.
Okay, and you think that's a process?
Yes. Right now they have a website allowing people to apply directly and to apply with their project and be able to get a visa.
Well, explain to us how Riminder works. You use artificial intelligence.
Yes, exactly. So actually, right now, current evaluation are based on keywords, criteria such as well-known schools or well-known companies. So those tools will fail to reveal the full potential of a prospective candidates because they are going to favor prestige and not the potential of the candidates. And since keyword search engines are not smart enough to translate diverse set of experiences and backgrounds, they reveal false positives most of the time to the recruiters, and they miss out the high potential candidates. And what we did at Riminder is we built a technology that is able to qualify every part of the career path of the candidate. And by analyzing millions of career paths around the world, we are today able to assess all kinds of candidates across backgrounds and countries.
As an applicant, this can sound a bit scary that you're able to paint a picture of someone by analysing their CV. Is it good news if you're applying for a job if a company is using your software?
Yes, definitely, because we are not going to judge applicant only on the school they went to, like traditional system, or the companies they went to, but we are going to analyze every element of his career paths and analyze implicit data that we took from millions of career paths that we already analyzed to allow recruiters to identify the best one and the high potential candidates.
And you were going into Station F as part of Facebook's Garage program. What does that involve for you?
Actually, the reason why I started this company, I was born in a country, Mauritania, where you have about 30% of people who are unemployed, and I always dreamed about a solution able to understand the full potential of every person in the world. And I think that working with Facebook, a company that leverage a social network of 2 billion people, it's an excellent news for us.
And are you working with them on their data as well? Have you any collaborations on that front?
Actually, not yet. But we are. It will be good for us.
Station F, of course, bringing so many startups now to Paris. One of the perceptions of a lot of startups in Europe is that it's easier to raise funds in the United States. Do you think that Station F might change that?
So I never tried to raise funds from the US, but I think that it's creating a hub in France, and a lot of people, even from the United States, are looking differently to the startup scene in Paris. So I think that it will definitely help.
Muhyiddin Saif of Riminder, thank you very much for coming in to speak to us.
Thank you for having me.